For Craig, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at center. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Here's Ware to the middle. Shot's good by Hero.
Well, the defense solid, but Tyler goes inside and stays confident with that hoop.
Porzingis with a screen on Adebayo. Tatum's shot is off.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now, here's Adebayo. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this. And one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. See how they approach it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Tatum, no good.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And here is Tatum. After Tyler Hero hitting the three. Here's Holiday, and the layup's good off the glass.
Excellent screen and roll there by Holiday. He gets a great look at the rim and then calmly steps up and knocks it down.
Outside, Hero. Adebayo with a screen on Holiday. That shot wide open. Hero's got 8 points.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here's White. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Adebayo. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, if this is a physical contest, Adebayo is going to win out.
Adebayo against Tatum. Fires the three. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. .55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
The offense just opens up if your playmaker comes from that 4 or 5 spot, and Bam does such a great job of it.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Horford. Celtics passing it around. Shot left block. A 3-ball. Kept alive. Here's Pritchard. Off target from 3-point range. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 4-point game. Over to the left wing. Larson drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Brown outside. 1 second left. And it's good on the way in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for the Miami Heat. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
We've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Anderson. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Big Al wasting no time there. Nice looking shot.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on for something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
And Miami has possession after Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Offensive rebound. Lets it go from deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Yep, that one goes.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists is a nice way to play.
And here's Holiday following the three-pointer by Bam Adebayo. And yes, it's good. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Robinson's checked in for Hero. Boston also with the sub. Cornette's checked in. Out to the wing. Now, here's Adebayo. He has 5. No problems knocking that one down. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Brown. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Now, here's Adebayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Burks in the corner. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got 4 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 6. Pass to Cornette. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's Brown on the wing. Covered by Wiggins. Brown jams it in.
A supremely athletic player. Brown really stuck it to them there.
Ware kicks to Robinson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Adebayo with a screen for Burks. Those three-pointers off the mark. Here's Holiday. Basket good. Now just a 2-point Heat lead.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Burks for three, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat lead by 2. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the floor for Boston, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point. Tatum no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Hero with the screen on Tatum. Unloads from 9. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from White.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Hero, no good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Brown the pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. Outside Tatum. White against Burks. Releases from 15. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from White.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's the screen. 11 feet away. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Adebayo's got 7.
Well, how about that? Bam stepping out just a little bit from the mid-range with a soft touch.
And Brandon, the super team era is indeed coming to a close. The Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly. Man, bigs like Adebayo gotta drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. It's tipped. Adebayo against Tatum. And Tatum pulls it down.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. And another basket for Boston.
Porzingis has that kind of touch at 7-3. He can hurt you in there.
The Heat with the lead. Pass to Burks. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Adebayo the screen, and a wide open look for Hero. And again, Miami with the triple.
it's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
And so he hits both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And so it's the Miami Heat heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Anderson, Hero out there with Robinson, and it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. It's the group on the floor for Miami. To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Larson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Tatum passes to Craig. Here's Pritchard. The rebound by Anderson. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Down low. And finished off by Anderson.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The Heat leading by 9. Hero on the wing. Higgins outside. Pass to Burks. Wiggins, that's a screen for Hero. Count the basket. And the Heat lead by 11.
Pretty much having the green light on the offensive end, Tyler Hero gets explosive to score.
And Tatum driving. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Hero against Howard. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Hero.
Well, without the D from Holiday there, that shot probably has a better chance of going in. His hustle altered that attempt.
A nice shot by Tatum.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Hero against Howard. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Fighting the inside defender, Hero really works to get to the bucket.
The deep three from Tatum. Take that! Oh, Tatum from the parking lot.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Hero kicks to Burks. The shot from the low post is good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Burks. Takes a three. And Boston with the rebound.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Now a timeout called by Boston. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And what's their best move at this point?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Here's Brown. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
It seems like Brown always has something cooking, and he shows up big when they need him most.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. White looking around. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively too.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Paul George. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position.
And Embiid has this shot in his bag. He's confident from that area.
Pass to Suggs. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
And Oubre gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Suggs. Outside Carter, three-pointer. The rebound by Maxey. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, B.A. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Pass to Oubre. Embiid, high post. Over Banchero. That's good from Embiid on the assist by Oubre.
How about the soft jumper of Joel Embiid? When the ball comes out of his hands like this, you feel like it's going in every time.
Now here's Banchero. Wagner outside. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Knocks down the long J.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
Appreciate the report, Ali.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive boards. You've got to box that guy out.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He's going to talk it over with his guys. What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer, Allen Iverson, back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable. The defense was there, but the concentration and focus from Wagner also there. Really good poise.
Inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
So it's Philadelphia now. Orlando making their last shot. Yabusele, the layup off target. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
And yep, it's good. Wagner's got 6 points.
Wagner will battle you inside now. He's not afraid to embrace and even initiate contact.
George passes to Maxey. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's the teardrop, and the layup is good.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
1 second left. Can't get it to drop, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Sixers on top. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Jonathan Isaac is out there with Banchero. Then it's Cole Anthony. Then it's Goga Batadze. And it's Black in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando. And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
A nice shot by McCain.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Now Banchero. Pass to Black. Fires the 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Here's Embiid. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, B.A., of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment values of point production.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Here's McCain. Following the bucket by the Magic. Embiid gets the bucket.
A focal point in this offense, Embiid has no hesitation shooting off the catch.
And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. Trailing by 2. Outside Carter. Suggs, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Buries it down low. Suggs has got 4 points this quarter. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half of basketball. Pass to Grimes. Oubre on the wing. Embiid inside. He's checked by Carter. That's good from Embiid on the assist by Oubre.
Embiid with a major contribution thus far. He's a guy that can carry his team.
The three from Banchero. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Orlando making some changes. Isaac, he's checked in for Banchero. Wagner comes in for Black. And Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Anthony. Outside Maxey. Back to Oubre. George for three. And he buries his first look.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
Pass to Wagner. Back to Suggs. On the wing, Isaac. The Magic need to put one up here. And Orlando again with the bucket.
The coaching staff encouraging Wagner to take these quick hitting shots. They think it helps his confidence moving forward.
Back to Maxey. George outside from deep. Another three for Philadelphia. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wagner outside. And they pick up two.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
George with it. Shoots over Isaac. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Philadelphia on top, up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. What else can you say? Joel Embiid, an impressive effort here today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Maxey out there with George. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Now here's Oubre. Pass to Embiid. Up and over Carter. Embiid misses.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Banchero the screen. Here's Suggs. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Suggs has got 6.
Boy, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Embiid misses. Orlando leading by 3. And Banchero with it. Picked up by Embiid. Wagner outside. The 3 from Banchero. It's rebounded by George.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Now here's Wagner. He's got 12. They set a pick. The 3 from Banchero. The rebound by Embiid. Grimes, the pass to Oubre.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. 2-point game. Banchero against Oubre. Oh, they get a hand on it. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. Orlando making a switch here. Black's checked in. Pass to Carter. Banchero the screen. Here's Wagner. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. The Sixers lead by 4. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. Grimes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Always able to see the complete floor. Maxey, great vision.
Banchero outside. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. Banchero's got 8 points.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Here's Yabusele. Screen by Embiid. There's the 3. The rebound by Carter. Magic trail by 3. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. And the shot goes. He has 6. Orlando has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Wagner on the wing. The 3 from Banchero. And another 3 for Orlando.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Here's Yabusele. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Embiid. Gets the bucket and the foul. That's on Wendell Carter.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Orlando making some changes. Batase's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Banchero. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Suggs.
You know, what I respect about Embiid, in addition to his tremendous skill and size, is his willingness to keep working on himself. He's already an elite talent, but if he sees any room for improvement, he'll go to work to make it happen.
For 3, Anthony fires in the triple. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Sixers on top. They're up by 2. And we'll be back right after. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. We've got Cole Anthony, Banchero out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Goga Batase, and it's Black in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
Banchero outside, picked by Isaac. And another 3 for Orlando.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Embiid inside. Here's McCain. Off target with the 3. Orlando trailing here. Banchero outside. 3-pointer, Anthony. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
You just know from a very young age, Cole Anthony's been perfecting that three-point shot. Maybe like his dad. His dad was kind of a pedestrian three-point shooter.
And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Franz Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And Suggs is subbed in for Black. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
And Allie, thank you for that. Suggs, no good.
Mr. Bunny, those are the shots you've got to convert.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Embiid inside. Work it on Banchero. Embiid, good. Embiid's got 9 points now in the second half. Banchero outside. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. From outside the arc. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Here's Grimes. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. Embiid can't hit. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. They lead by 1. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Nothing like being assertive and aggressive in critical spots. KCP coming through for his team.
Pass to Embiid. A minute 22 left in the fourth. There's a screen. Here's George. It's rebounded by Banchero. Orlando leading by 3. From behind the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Maxey passes to Embiid. And here's George. To the middle. Shot to stop the run. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Tyrese Maxey with a big-time play down the stretch.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Suggs against Maxey. Pass to Banchero. There's the triple. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
For 3, Maxey. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
No fear in Maxey, folks. This guy is ready for the big moment and welcomes the challenge.
Suggs, right side. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Suggs, right side. Back to Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Banchero. Rebound by Philadelphia. And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 4. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They get the rebound. George for 3. Money. And that one brings them within 1. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Fires from way outside. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. What a performance.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Bridges. And it's Towns in at center. Bridges shot. Good.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Outside, Hero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. We'll try to make Cat into a passer and get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And a wide open look for Hero. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Here's Wiggins. Rebounded by Hart.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Achua, he's checked in for the Knicks.
Substitution. Number 5, Precious Achua.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Bridges misses.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Now Burks, back to Hero. Takes a shot at the elbow. Drained for 2 points. Hero's got 5 points so far.
And when you watch Hero play, it's no surprise he's a gym rat. He can score from any spot on the floor.
Pass to Achua. Now here's Bridges. Brunson outside. And the Knicks miss again. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Heat. Trailing by 2. Now Burks. Hero with the screen on Bridges. Burks for 3. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Miles McBride's checked in for New York. Payne comes in for Jalen Brunson. Pass to Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. Fades away. Basket counts.
From about the extent of Adebayo's range, just far enough to keep the D honest.
Towns the screen from outside the arc. McBride's shot is off. The Heat trail by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Adebayo with the bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Payne. To the inside. Here's Towns. Nails the baby hook.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. New York ahead. They're up. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Achua is out there with Robinson. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Payne. And it's McBride in at the 2 spot. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
The Heat making a switch here. Highsmith is checked in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Good on the shot. Heroes got 4 this quarter. The Knicks with the lead. McBride with the ball. No scoring in this one. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And the Knicks making a change here. Anunoby's checked in, and he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And last season, 86% from the line, so he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Pass to Larson. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Achua. In the corner, it's Bridges. Back to McBride. Here's Anunoby. Drops in the layup for 2. Anunoby's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Larson. Lets it go with a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
There's a screen by Achua. Bridges, right side. The rebound by Anderson. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Highsmith. Pass to Anderson. Hero with it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hero's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Knicks, Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Mikal Bridges. The Heat have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. So they take the lead. Wiggins has got his first 3 points of the game.
This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
McBride bounce pass. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got the game tied up here for New York.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. The Knicks pull it in. And here is Achua. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Brunson. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
And here is Mitchell. Hasn't made one yet. To the wing right side. Now here's Adebayo. Shoots over Achua. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Knicks lead by 2. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You got to like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. And the shot goes in.
Well, Burke showing he's more than just a scorer. Terrific pass to his teammate.
Brunson the pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Hero against Brunson. Pass to Ware for the lead. Bangs home the trifecta. Ware's got 5 now. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Back to Brunson. Jacks up a 3. Brunson from long distance.
This guy won't give an inch. Brunson answers back with a 3 of his own. You've got to love it.
And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
Here's Brunson. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, simply stated, Jalen Brunson filling it up right now. There are no signs that he's slowing down anytime soon.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 9.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Wiggins outside for 3. Jalen Brunson grabs the miss. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by 1. Traps in the tray.
And drifting to the corner and finding some space. Towns can exploit any gap in a defense.
Hero finds Wiggins. Inside, 6 to shoot. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Anunoby. Now Brunson. Robinson a screen on Mitchell. Here's Brunson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3/4 of play in a close game here. It's the Knicks. They're up by 1. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th, we've got Miles McBride. Robinson is out there with Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Payne at the point guard position. Towns sets the pick for Payne. Hands it from downtown. Payne's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for New York. Outside Robinson. Kicks it out to Hero. Anderson with the screen for Hero. A 3-pointer off the mark. New York leading by 4. Anunoby with it. Picked up by Hero. Anunoby passes to Payne. Now Towns. Towns a screen on Hero. Here's Anunoby. No good on the triple. Miami's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Robinson against Anderson. Outside Hero. The Knicks pull it in. McBride finds Towns. Over Robinson. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
Yeah, that mid-range arsenal is real for Karl Anthony Towns. This guy legit 3-level scorer at 7 foot.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Both teams will make substitutions. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Anunoby outside. Back to Brunson. And it's off from 3-point range. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Goes up to the stripe. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Brunson's got 9 points here in the second half. Hero against Brunson. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And, you know, some guys shrink as the game tightens. Hero calls for the ball. Clutch.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Towns a screen on Hero. Outside, Towns. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Towns sets the pick for Hart. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Money!
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
Hero with it. Brunson picks him up. Burks. It's rebounded by Brunson, and they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So it's the Knicks now, and he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
I think Alec Burks has proven in big moments he's ready to deliver.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Hero passes to Ware. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Looking to get stops late, that kind of defense ain't gonna cut it.
That's unacceptable. The hustle and focus on that end is not there for either side.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
So it's New York picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean,
Having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Brown in at the small forward position.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
So it's Boston now. Orlando making their last shot. Outside Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Here's Banchero. Launches it. Rebound Boston. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. Their team's biggest concern tonight, the scoring of Jaylen Brown. Coach commenting, quote, Brown has become an elite scorer in this league. Jaylen can have huge nights. We know he's going to score, but we have to limit his easy looks, especially early. Something to watch, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. Wagner. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on White.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
And both free throws good for Wagner.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Outside White. Outside Brown. Tatum with room to shoot. Gets some space and buries the jumper.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Holiday finds Tatum. Offline with a 3. The Magic have gone 1 for 3 so far. And stolen by Brown. Here we go. Porzingis with it. Now guarded by Suggs. And that one's good. Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5 now.
And look at Porzingis hustling in transition, getting there to complete the fast break.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jalen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Wagner. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Now here's Holiday. Horford outside. Outside, Brown takes a 3. Buries it from 3.
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
Magic trail by 3. Suggs, the pass to Batadze. White against Caldwell Pope. Batadze with a screen. This one for 3. And it's Suggs with the 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Holiday a screen on Caldwell Pope. Porzingis passes to Horford. Outside White. For 3. He buries it from 3.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Suggs. Banked it in off the glass. Suggs has got 5 points.
Yeah, fantastic focus from Suggs. Showing toughness, fighting through the contact.
Now here's Brown. Here's the 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Hauser in at small forward. On the wing, Tatum. Outside Craig. Fires it. Again, Boston. And Orlando has possession. 6-point game. Among the best in the NBA for a few years now. Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more. Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Now Anthony, still without a bucket. To the inside, and the dunk by Isaac.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass and rhythm.
Boston leading by 5. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Horford outside. Pass to Pritchard, releases. It's rebounded by Batadze.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Black passes to Banchero from 11 feet away. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Banchero's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, with his bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Banchero. Using his size, Banchero gets by inside. Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got one or two, your interior play better be strong.
So Orlando ends up going with a new group and some changes here for the Celtics. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Cornette passes to Porzingis. Brown finds Porzingis. From deep range, KP hits it.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Wagner with it. 5 points in the game. Pass to Wagner. And here's Suggs. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. Porzingis grabs the board. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. 6-point lead. The drive by Brown. Whoa! Nice! What a huge jam!
Gracious.
Big time right there.
Come on, Jalen. That's just ridiculous.
Wagner outside. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Count it. Wagner's got 7.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Holiday against Suggs. Here's Holiday. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Brown. Ooh, Brown takes it to the D inside.
He's good enough where it takes a lot to bother him at the rim like that.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Celtics. They lead by 8. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Carter in at the center position, locking down the middle. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. Outside Holiday. Outside Brown. Back to Holiday. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Pass to Wagner. Inside. Carter. No luck on that one. Tatum with some nice D. Wagner against Brown. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Three-pointer, Holiday. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
You know, one thing you got to love about Drew Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Caldwell-Pope finds Carter. Now Banchero jacks up a 3. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Outside Tatum. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range. Tatum's got 10 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Carter inside. Defended by Porzingis.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Black's checked in for Orlando. And the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard's checked in for White. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And Wagner gets it to go.
A good decision maker with the ball in his hands. Carter Jr. is a capable and willing distributor.
Pass to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Suggs. Magic trail by 6. And there's 1:38 left to play in the third quarter. Fires for three. Connects from downtown. Give him 8.
And not wasting any time here. Suggs is quick on the draw off the catch.
Holiday taking his time here. Tatum against Banchero. Tatum inside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Okay, big boy. All right. You like to see Tatum asserting himself on the interior. Look, he's forcing the defense to foul.
So for the Magic, Batase's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Black. Al Horford's checked in for Boston. And 1:01 left in the third. Wagner outside. The 3-ball. Knocks down the long J. Wagner's got 12 points.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Anthony against Holiday. Left side Tatum. Here he goes. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
So agile on the drive. When Tatum puts it on the deck, man, he is a major problem.
Pass to Anthony. Here's Batase. Horford covering. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Heading play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
These are his first free throws of the game. Orlando making some changes. Wagner comes in for Isaac, and Black subbed in for Suggs. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Hauser comes in for Drew Holiday. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Horford. Now here's Brown. He's got 10. 6 to shoot. Horford, a screen on Anthony. And here's Brown for 3. The shot won't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Boston out in front, up 4. And we're coming right back. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Boston leading by 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Jason Tatum out there with Luke Cornette. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. Banchero finishes with force inside.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Clock at 6. And then Tatum slams it in.
One of the the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And here's Brown for three. And Brown knocking down the triple.
Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own three.
And Caro outside. Over Tatum, and it's Orlando with another.
And you can see why they put him in these spots. He's able to use his size to get the shot he wants.
That's just smart basketball. Late in the game, they see a favorable matchup, and they take advantage.
2 points. That one goes.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him.
The three from Caro. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Celtics lead by 6. White for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
And Caro outside. And he lobs it up top. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Holiday passes to White. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. Suggs outside. From the arc. Counted from distance. And now it's just a 4-point Celtic lead.
Putting this team on his back. I love seeing Suggs take charge like this.
From 13. And it's Tatum missing. The Magic have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Caldwell Pope finds Wagner. Now Caro. Fade away. Porzingis grabs the board.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
43 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Holiday from long range hits a three-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 7.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
There's 38 seconds left in the game. Oh, Caro throws it down.
And stepping up when it's clutch time. That's a very mature play by the young Caro.
A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down, no need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Caro comes with a double team. Porzingis passes to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
.16 seconds left in the fourth. So we see the Celtics get the win here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's
So the Bucks win the tip. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got George, Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. Here's Philadelphia. Run for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
So agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
And that one's good, George.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
And here's Maxey following Kyle Kuzma's three. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 5 points so far.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
Lillard surveying the D. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Dame Lillard with tremendous concentration there.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Pass to Embiid. Stolen by Prince. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo passes to Kuzma. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. 5 points in the game.
I think the defense was trying to outthink Kyle Kuzma. Thought he would be inside instead. He hits him with the floater.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Kuzma outside. Prince kicks to Portis. The rebound by Yabusele. Philadelphia leading by 4. Oubre outside. Maxey against Portis. Maxey, no good. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Prince. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Portis, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And Portis understands his role in this offense, including when to look to score inside.
Here's Grimes. And the 3 off target. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers lead by 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Embiid, Yabusele out there with Edwards. Then it's Butler. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's covered closely. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Here's Edwards. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Portis, and it's Taurean Prince in for Green. Then for the 76ers, Kelly Oubre's checked in for Edwards. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Butler. Porter looking it over. Pulls it up. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. The 76ers lead. Pass to Grimes. To the left wing. Yabusele passes to Embiid. Off target with his 3. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Oubre for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Oubre's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Nice to see Oubre step up and do that.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Outside Porter. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
To the paint.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of this.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Philadelphia also making some changes. Paul George comes in for Joel Embiid. And Maxey subbed in for Yabusele. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And stolen by Kuzma. Lillard the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, and Portis needs to be pushed away from the rim. That's too easy.
Pass to Grimes. 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Maxey attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Boy, Maxey just goes for it. Plays with a lot of courage.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Portis has got the lead up to 1 now for Milwaukee.
Once he has the ball, if his feet are set up, Bobby's going to let those rip.
Maxey attacking. Pass to Grimes. Over Prince. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got his first 2 points. Lillard outside. The 3. And another 3 for Milwaukee. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Grimes. Buries it from 3-point range. Grimes has got 5 points so far.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Pretty close to impossible to stop Lillard inside like that. Just too shifty.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Outside, George. Back to Maxey. Off target from outside.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
George against Kuzma. Three-pointer, Lillard connects from 3-point range. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
A downright lethal 3-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Here's George. Good D by Lopez.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Yabusele, he's checked in for George. Trent kicks to Lillard. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. He has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, to have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist, and it being game time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
To the middle. Here's Oubre, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Oubre's got 5.
Well, going up inside, Oubre with a nice rhythm touch there.
Driving in, machetes his way, Giannis!
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Oubre outside. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And here's Giannis. Giannis says, get off me!
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And we just finished the third. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. Joel Embiid out there with Yabusele. Then it's Butler. Then there's Edwards. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. Outside Edwards. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Edwards with the screen for Butler. Lock at 6. That one drops for him. And the 76ers lead by 2.
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense. Not that last possession.
From deep, Trent. Rebound by Butler. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Embiid. Defended by Portis. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Porter.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thanks, David. And then Lillard slams it in.
It doesn't take much or long for Lillard to catch fire. Incredible offensive talent.
Pass to Grimes. Here's George. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Giannis finding the mid-range J, and he can score over the top.
Outside, George. Back to Maxey. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Maxey's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia. Milwaukee's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. Here's Lillard. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Here's Embiid, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Antetokounmpo inside, covered by Oubre.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. From outside, off the mark. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of the 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. And pretty nice efficiency there. Down low. Kicks it out to Lillard. Gets the 3 to fall.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Back to George. Oubre passes to Grimes. Now Embiid. Embiid pulls it down.
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moments.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Prince, the pass to Giannis. It drops.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
"17 seconds left in the 4th. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy.
And the Bucks with possession here. Giannis outside.
Count it!
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight. Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart.
Not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And the starting lineup for Miami. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position. Hero, no good.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
Wiggins against Wagner. Carter, a screen on Wiggins. Wagner for three. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Hero outside. Back to Adebayo. Over Banchero. Adebayo, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Here's Suggs. From down in the low post, it goes.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Pass to Ware. Wiggins outside. Now here's Burks. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Hero with it. Takes the three. And again, Miami with a triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Hero's gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Up top, Suggs. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And how about the leaping ability of Suggs? Getting off the floor with such ease.
Here's Ware. He's checked by Carter. Back to Hero. Burks against Caldwell Pope. Charity stripe shot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Clock at 2. Knocks down the triple. Hero's got 6.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Now here's Burks. Pass to Wiggins. Outside Robinson. Now Burks. Fires from deep. And the Heat, another three.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Suggs surveys the D. Here's Batase. Wagner outside. Fades away. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team. The ability to knock down jumpers.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Wiggins against Wagner. Back to Carter. Suggs against Burks. Oh!
Wow!
Boom! He jams it straight down.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
And that was sweet. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Miami out. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Kyle Anderson is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Jovic, he's checked in for Miami.
Number 5, Nikola Jovic.
Here's Robinson. No made baskets yet. Hero for three. And it doesn't fall for him. Made two, missed two now. And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Trailing by 2. Banchero no good. Miami's gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. Hero on the wing. Pass to Larson. Anderson with it. Back to Robinson. Drains the triple. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Isaac. Pass to Black. On the wing, Anthony, defended by Burks. Lets the 3 fly. And Hero grabs the board. Miami leading by 5. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Hero's got 8. Well, Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
No, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 10.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
Picked by Carter. And Carroll with it. Paolo, strong.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Carter, good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Orlando making some changes. Isaac, he's checked in for Banchero. Wagner comes in for Black. And Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Anthony. Adebayo a screen on Caldwell Pope. Works for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Heat lead by 10.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Wagner for 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. 26 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
Batase's checked in for Orlando. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Heat leading by 6. Here's Adebayo. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Just an enforcer for this team. Adebayo is no stranger to physical play, whether he's receiving it or dishing it out.
That one misses. Wiggins against Wagner. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it. 8 seconds left in the half. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Oh, Carter with the block. He knocks it down. Wait a minute. The officials getting together here. Hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
That'll do it for the first half. Miami out in front. They're up 7. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Wagner in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Caldwell Pope against Burks. Back to Hero. They set the screen. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wagner. And Carroll outside. For 3, Caldwell Pope drills it from deep.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3 and D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite levels.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own. Picked by Carter. The 3 from Banchero. It's hauled in by the Heat. Outside Burks. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Hero on the wing. 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. Magic trail by 6. Here's Suggs. It's deflected. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. And the Magic making a change here. Black's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. And Carroll surveys. And Carroll brushes off the contact and sinks the shot.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Back to Hero. The 3 is up. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. The rebound by Ware. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. It's a 5-point game. Burks, no good. Great D that time from Suggs. The Magic have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. That one's good for 2. Suggs has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, fantastic focus from Suggs. Showing toughness, fighting through the contact.
Pass to Robinson. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hero. Nails the 16-footer. Hero's got 17.
And just letting the play develop. Hero is gifted at reading and breaking defenses down.
Now here's Banchero. He has 7. Lets it go. That one doesn't drop. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Heat out in front. They're up by 5. Don't go it. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami, starting the 4th quarter. They've got Tyler Hero. Kyle Anderson is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Highsmith in at the power forward position. And he makes the first but misses the second. Magic trail by 6. Isaac, the pass to Black. Anthony against Robinson. Anthony with a bucket.
And if you're wondering why the score is so high, look to the defense being played. Not good.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Here's Hero, and he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And all around the rim that time before dropping. Hero's got 21 points in the game.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And Caro no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Adebayo passes to Hero. Outside Burks. Orlando grabs the miss.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Banchero in the post. Pounded by Adebayo. And he gets that one.
Hard to defend Banchero this close to the rim. Even when you contest his shot, he can still finish.
Hero outside. Wagner against Wiggins. They set the pick. Pass to Ware. From downtown, he drops it from range. Ware's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Adebayo. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Now Burks. Wiggins outside. Hero for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Banchero from close range.
A combination of brute force and skill on the interior. Paulo Banchero.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Back to Hero. The shot. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
rock-solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Wagner for three. Drops in the three.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
A chance here to possibly put the game away.
They have to remain focused to get it done.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And Orlando has possession. Banchero passes to Suggs. With some arc. And Banchero with a bucket on the assist from Suggs. 20 seconds left in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Orlando calls timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. All right, guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
Suggs outside. For three, Caldwell Pope. Oh, the trifecta!
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Oh, nails the triple!
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best
So it's Miami now, and now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So a close game sees Miami taking this one, and they barely squeezed out.
What a matchup we have here in the front court, Ray.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Porzingis. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
You know, with that size and body control, Porzingis really can adjust and adapt to any kind of defensive pressure.
To the inside, Porzingis with the steal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Mark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Now here is Holiday. Brown outside. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point land.
And, you know, you want to keep seeing this from Kuzma, I think. Active, engaged, and being effective on the defensive end.
Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Prince. Lillard looking around. It's stolen by White. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop.
Awesome speed from Tatum. Excels at getting to the right place in these fast break chances.
Kuzma outside. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Lopez up top. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lopez sets a screen for Kuzma. Misses the three. Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Tatum. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Lopez, a screen on Tatum. Lopez outside. Drills it from outside.
Part of Brook Lopez's value is his ability to space the floor, especially as a big guy.
Brook Lopez worth every penny as he secured a nice raise last season.
Yeah, you know, he's a combination of a three-point shooting big who's also an elite rim protector. That's a heck of a combination and a valuable one in today's game.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Tatum. No good on the shot. Good D by Giannis. Bucks trail by 3. To the paint. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Giannis. Lopez has got 5 now.
That was not easy, but Lopez is solid at playing through contact.
Holiday, the pass to White. Back to Holiday. The tray. Kuzma pulls it in. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Milwaukee. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Holiday kicks to White. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Giannis outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he can't hit the second. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 1. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court for the Celtics, Torrey Craig is out there with Horford. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in at the small forward. Craig sets a screen. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
You got to D up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Porter passes to Trent. Outside Portis. 3-pointer. They get it back. And Green gets it to go.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Pritchard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
The Bucks trail. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and it's Taurean Prince in for Green. The Celtics also changing it up. Porzingis is coming in for Al Horford, and it's Drew Holiday in for Torrey Craig. Giannis dishes to Porter. This one for three. Good on the three-point shot. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. The Celtics have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pass to White. The three from Tatum. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Giannis passes to Lopez. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Back to Lillard, fires for three. Here's Kuzma. And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Brown. Holiday's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Right wing. Kuzma kicks to Giannis. And that's good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Developing the catch-and-shoot jumper, Giannis has done a nice job with that.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Now, Antetokounmpo, he's got 7. Kuzma outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Kuzma's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Tatum for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Antetokounmpo against Holiday. Giannis passes to Lillard. Shoots over Brown. Barry.
The officials have 2 minutes to review the play.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Taurean Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Brown's shot is good.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the There's Giannis taking flight.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Creek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
A 3 from Porzingis. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lillard outside. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. The shot's good.
It's been Giannis's night. His points have come in a variety of ways, and as usual, he has been relentless.
Outside, White. Back to Tatum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Prince outside. Back to Lillard for the lead. Good. And a nice assist from Prince. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. 1:53 left to play in the third. Antetokounmpo against Holiday. Now here's Young. Not a lot of room. That one goes in.
Can't let Antetokounmpo get deep positioning like that, because this is what happens.
Tatum looking around. White wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. White's got 6.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Bobby Portis has checked in for Milwaukee. Trent comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Lillard outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee.
You just cannot permit Lillard to get into a zone from deep. I mean, once that happens, you can't turn the valve off.
Holiday, the pass to Pritchard. And here is Horford. Here's Hauser. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Hauser's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard from deep. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
The moment they hit that last shot, Lillard wanted one of his own. He was determined and undeterred to strike right back.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Holiday has it in the corner. Horford with the screen on Trent. Holiday. And it's Boston with another.
There you see the creativity. Holiday is so good at reading pick and rolls and breaking defenses down. It's hard to corral him when he's got the ball in those situations.
Here's Giannis. Trent outside. Off target from outside. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having... We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Celtics trail by 3. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. Then it's Tatum, and it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. Tatum on the wing. Defended by Trent. 5 on the clock. Trent against Tatum. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks leading by 3. Antetokounmpo, no good. Boston shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Pass to Horford. Here's Pritchard to tie it up. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Trent. Got a piece of it. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Tatum on the wing. Inside, Tatum automatic.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Porter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Tatum with the screen on Prince. White, good. And that ties it up.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Giannis drives in. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside, White. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
From the stripe. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
You can see the confidence Lillard has by how cool and calm he is when they need a big bucket.
Tatum gets to Holiday. Pass to White. Now here's Porzingis. Drops one in from the wing. Porzingis has got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Tatum against Antetokounmpo. Tatum's shot is off.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Here's Prince. Holiday against Lillard. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
It's not over yet.
The kick out to Tatum. It counts. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Lillard outside. On the shot clock. Can't cash in. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the foul spot.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Pass to Tatum. Over onto Tacumbo. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Holiday. 20 points for Jason Tatum.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
It's Giannis with the drive. Lillard against Holiday. And that one, good. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Talk about a guy who can beat you consistently from all 3 levels. That's Damian Lillard.
Here's Tatum. Sinking that tough shot. Jason Tatum.
He is absolutely putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Lopez, a screen on Holiday. Lillard from outside. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Lillard. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
So it's the Bucks now. They lead by 1.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it, that's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And Tatum continues to evolve before our eyes, showing excellent leadership by knocking down these clutch shots.
Holiday against Lillard. It's good.
Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Got it!
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
Lillard outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Yes!
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.